The girl's first day in the wealthy family was to marry the disabled young master to bring him good fortune. Unexpectedly, on their wedding night, he suddenly stood up from his wheelchair and tried to strangle her. The maids, however, were not surprised. After all, the girl was the fifth person to marry the CEO this month. What no one expected was that the young master, who was about to strangle the girl, was quickly subdued by her. He then called for the maids, instructing them to remove the bland food on the table and replace it with fried chicken, fries, and burgers. The girl had already realized that if the young master continued eating these unhealthy foods, his life would soon be in danger. The young master, too, suddenly realized the girl was different from what he had imagined. It turned out that the girl had married him under duress. His stepmother had her eye on the girl, who was an orphan and easy to control, and bribed his uncle to force the girl into marrying him. The plan was for the girl to use her medical skills to secretly worsen the young master's health, which would help her stepmother secure the family inheritance for her biological son. The girl, needing money to escape her uncle's control, agreed to marry. But when the young master saw the girl's attitude, he was puzzled. He asked why she would help a useless person like him. The girl replied that if he died, she would not be able to become a rich wife. The young master looked sad upon hearing this, realizing that with his disability, he was just a burden. The girl, hearing this, decided to help him. However, the young master misunderstood and rejected her help, thinking she was humiliating him. Confused by the young master's distrust, the girl inserted a silver needle into the back of his head to immobilize him. After checking, she found that his leg injury was an old wound but could still heal. The young master, however, did not believe her, so he had his men watch her every move. The next day, the stepmother handed the girl a black card with a balance of $5 million, urging her to speed up the process of making the young master completely useless. The meeting was seen by a guard sent by the young master. However, the girl did not spend the money on herself. She took the young master to the mall to buy him a few suits, as she would leave once she healed his leg. She thought it would be a small compensation for him. In the middle of the night, the young master suddenly fell ill, startling the girl. After taking his pulse, she realized that he had been poisoned without realizing it. She hurriedly took out her acupuncture kit to detoxify him. When the young master woke up, he was confused. He thought that the girl would want him to die from the poison, so why would she choose to save him? The girl was also puzzled, not understanding how he had been poisoned. His food had been the same as usual, except for their visit to the mall the day before. That's when she figured out the source of the problem. Sure enough, when she smelled his shirt, she realized someone had tampered with it. To uncover the culprit, the girl deliberately made the young master pretend that he was severely poisoned. Sure enough, in the middle of the night, a maid tried to sneak out to report. She was caught by the young master, who had been waiting outside. The maid, seeing she had been caught, confessed the truth. She said that when she woke up, she found $100,000 in the room, with a note instructing her to tamper with the young master's clothes. If she did not comply, her parents would be harmed. The young master, instead of punishing the maid, let her go, planning to use her to lure out the mastermind. He knew the maid was just a pawn. Firing her would only bring another person, so it was better to wait and catch the real culprit. Seeing the young master's clear thinking, the girl was impressed. He was not as helpless as he seemed. The next day, the stepmother found the girl and asked why the young master was not only fine but becoming healthier. The girl casually replied that she was following the plan. The stepmother warned her not to play any tricks, threatening that if the girl defied her, she would pay the price. She then told the girl that the old lady was